Hello once again, every pony. Scarro89 here with a very longish kind of raw read that I'm going to split up into lots of parts, or if it just gets so bad I decide to not read it anymore. It's a story called Sonic Boom to Sonic Rainboom. It's by a guy named Matt the Brawler. It looks like it'll be alright. It's a Sonic and My Little Pony crossover. I just hope it isn't bad. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm just going to read the prologue and first chapter. So, without further ado, Sonic Boom to Sonic Rainbow. Enjoy. Author's note. Hey guys, thanks for reading my fanfic. As a quick disclaimer, I'd like to say that these characters belong to Lauren Faust, Hasbro, Sega, Sonic Team, and the respective owners. Begin prologue. Yeah. It was a regular night in Ponyville. The temperature was balmy, wind gentle, and not a sound could be heard. Lying on my bed, I stared up at the cloud ceiling. Though the night was peaceful, I just couldn't lull myself to sleep. There was this strange feeling in my stomach that kept me awake, like I was anticipating something. After a few minutes, I walked to the balcony to see if I could at least take advantage and do some flying. Then it happened. There was a blast of both sound and light. Along with that, there was a faint yell. Nervously, I peered down to see a figure laying on the ground. Soon after soaring down to get a closer look, I am both scared for and admittedly a bit scared for of it. It had an odd body shape with a spiky head and things on the ends of its forelegs that had structures similar to spike claws. The bottom of his hind legs were covered with red shoes. Curiously, I asked for his name, but he was out cold. Scooping him on my back, I darted toward the Ponyville Hospital. In the blink of an eye, we were there. After explaining what happened to Nurse Redheart best I could, it was checked into a room. Doctor Who's went in and did whatever doctors do when their patients is passed out. When their patient is passed out. Okay. I returned home and thought, I wonder who and what in Equestria that creature could be. That was the prologue. Now, for chapter 1. Unknown from me. That's the title of the song. Anyway, okay, so let's start. It doesn't seem very long. Hardly an entire page long. Okay. Usually I don't wake up at dawn. However, that day was an exception. I wanted to see if that creature had woken up. As I passed by the Sugar Cube corner, I heard a familiar voice say, "Hi, Dashie! Why are you up so early?" My friend Pinkie Pie questioned. She was a pink mare with an untamed cotton candy mane and tail, and balloons for a cutie mark. "Can't talk now, Pinkie. I'm in a hurry," I responded. The hospital had its usual overly clean feeling as I asked the mare at the front desk if the creature was awake and if I could see it. I don't know who said. I guess it's the. Oh yeah, it's the guy. It's the person at the front desk. All right. To my knowledge, he's still unconscious. I'm surprised that there isn't even a scratch on him. If you want, you could visit him now, though. Sorry. Thank you, I said. She told. Sorry. Oh yeah, that's the thing I do whenever I mess up. I kind of just go. Now you know. Anyway, so. Thank you, I said. She told me... Oh, okay. Well, that was weird. I said. She told me what room he was in. At least now I know it's a guy, I thought, as I strode into the room. The window was open, and light shone on his blue eyelids. His coat was a darker shade of blue than mine, and sure enough, he looked like... I don't even... What? It says, and sure enough, didn't have any cuts. I hope he gets better at writing this. This is really weird. And sure enough, he looked like he didn't have any cuts, bruises, or anything. Odd, I mused. He wore blasters? What? He wore I don't know. What were they called again? Gloves and his, what was it, hands? I think that's what they're called anyway. A few minutes, or was it hours? I was so lost in thought that I lost track of time. Later, he started to move. The moment he regained consciousness, he shot into a sitting position, yelling, "Tails! Knuckles! Amy! Shadow! Look out!" "Whoa there! Calm down! You're safe," I reassured. He looked around the room, obviously puzzled. "Where am I? If you don't mind me asking, miss." His voice was confident, but his tone had a sense of urgency. "Rainbow Dash. I won Best Flyer in Equestria. I'm sure you've heard of me. And you're in Ponyville Hospital. I found you blacked out on the ground and brought you here. And who are you?" I asked. "Well, thank you. But I haven't even heard of Equestria, let alone its best flyer. And as for my name, I'm Sonic. Sonic the Hedgehog. Why does everyone introduce him like that? Even when I made a fic, I introduced him like that. It's just his thing. It's so weird." Just then, Dr. Who's came in. "Ah, you're awake. Mr. Sonic, was it?" he inquired. "Yeah, that's my name," he said, springing to his feet. "Now, I strongly recommend you rest up a bit," Who suggested nervously. "No, that won't be necessary. I feel great," Sonic retorted. "Still, I'd take it easy. You had a huge fall." Oh, sorry, that was... "Still, I'd take it easy. You had a huge fall," I remarked. "I would, but I gotta get back home as soon as possible. My friends are in trouble." And with that, he was gone. Next chapter. Chapter 3. I think it's huge because it's got 17 chapters in it and they just keep getting longer. So yeah, I'll finish this chapter and then I'll just finish this chapter 2 and then I guess I'll let you guys go off to do whatever it is that you guys do when you're not listening to me. Okay. Chapter 2. For True Story. I sped to the reception desk to catch up with him, but he was nowhere to be seen. I looked outside and saw a blue figure standing on a hill in the distance. The thought, "How did he get there so fast?" raced through my mind. In a moment, I was next to him. "What do you mean your friends are in trouble? Where are you even from?" I inquired when I reached the hill a moment later. "You probably wouldn't believe me if I told you," he answered with a downhearted tone to his voice, most likely from realizing that going to his home would be tougher than expected. "Try me." "Well, I think that I'm from another world." I was shocked at that. "What? An alien?" "Well, makes sense, but he couldn't be dangerous." I thought, still frantic. "Oh, sorry, I messed that up." I was shocked at that. "What? An alien?" "Makes sense, but he could be dangerous." My thoughts still frantic, I lifted from the ground to get to eye level with him, and blurted what was on my mind. And blurted what was on my mind out. I think he wrote that. Anyway. "Are you some kind of spy or scout for people trying to take us over?" "What?" Sonic's expression made me feel very foolish. "Of course not. Why would I do that? Never mind, I was just thinking out loud." "What?" "Oh," I interrupted, obviously embarrassed. Get it. Okay. "What?" Sonic's expression made me feel very foolish. "Of course not. Why would I do that? Never mind, I was just thinking out loud," I interrupted, obviously embarrassed. "Anyway," he continued, "I come from a place named Mobius. It was a nice place with lush forests, towering mountains, open oceans, and many different kinds of people." "That's kind of similar to here," I cut in. "We have all those things. Well, most. I don't know what a people is, but maybe some pony does." "In my world, you would be called a person, the singular of people," he explained. "What? Do you just call each other ponies?" "Yeah." "But what about the ones that aren't ponies? Most folk around here are ponies." "Odd. Well, back to what I was saying. Life was, and still is, good, but one day a madman named Dr. Robotnik... My friend, I think that's supposed to say friends. My friends just call him Eggman to tease him. Came along and started to turn everyone into robots. The anger in his eyes were building. Let me guess, he wanted to take over the world, I assumed. You got it, he confirmed. To this day, I'm not sure why, but I look it upon myself to stop him. And every time he's up to something, my friends and I are always there to put a stop to it. What? Oh, okay. He's up to something. My friends and I always put a stop to it. Okay. Every pony must love you, I smiled. Yeah, they've called me a lot of great things. A hero, savior, and my personal favorite, the fastest thing alive. A confident smirk came to his face at that last part. Oh no, I'm the fastest thing around here, I corrected. Yeah, I saw you speed, considering how fast you got up here, but I hope that wasn't top speed, Sonic said, matter-of-factly. Trust me, it's not, I assured, my patience starting to wear thin. And if you're as fast as you say, prove it by running to the Sugar Cube corner. That's the house with the cupcake roof. And back. Sonic ran off, and a half second later he was back. I was totally slack-jawed. How could he be that fast without wings? Oh man, you should see the look on your face, he laughed. I shook my head to regain my composure. That's it, I challenge you to a race, I challenged. Normally I'd be happy to oblige, but I've got to save my friends, he reminded me. My rage dissipated as I agitatedly asked, What happened? Is that Eggman guy involved? Him and the Chaos Emeralds, as usual. The Master Emerald was involved too this time, Sonic responded. The what? The 7 Chaos Emeralds. They're mythical gems that contain almost unlimited power, and the Master Emerald is even more powerful, so naturally. Old Baldy and I tried to collect them all before the other does. Well, that's true of the Chaos Emeralds. Knuckles looks after the Master Emeralds. Wow, was all I could muster. He clearly had been through a lot of stuff. Before I woke up here, he had trapped me along with the emeralds, which I assume teleported me here when he blasted me with chaos energy, and are all around here somewhere. Eggman was about to attack my friends when it happened, and next thing I knew, I was in Ponyville. I couldn't believe it. It was all so unreal, yet I could just tell he was honest. A rush of thought came over me. Then I got determined. Sonic, I'm going to help you, I assured him. I think I know some ponies that can help you too. Thanks, he told me with a smile. And I'm having mixed feelings about this story. I might record more. I might not. But who cares? Hope you enjoyed it. I'll try to stop doing bad fanfics, but it's just that all the good ones are very long and I'm just too lazy to read them. But if I'm willing to put in the effort, I'm pretty sure I can possibly at some point read one of them. Speaking of long fanfics readings, Ho and Shy, I am doing my best to not procrastinate enough to actually go and do that. School started for me today, so I might do it tomorrow after school when I get home, so we'll just see how that works out. But until then, I will see you guys later. Brony on!